And yes, just rocking it a little bit from side to side or a little bit from front to back. Just centering the weight. I've got one of the cats, I don't know who it is today, I can hear them with their little voice underneath the door frame for some reason. Sitting that up tall, let's go ahead and roll our shoulders back. So if there is a little sort of a squeaking noise, then it's just one of the cats. Good, and go ahead and roll that forward. It's not Vision though. Vision's the one that he sounds like a peacock. He sounds like he's crying all the time. So he's not making any noise yet. Let's go ahead and shrug those shoulders up. And then release that down. And shrug that up. And release that down. And shrug that up. And release that down. Good. Let's go ahead and look to the right. So think about taking that chin towards the shoulder. Look to the left. And then to the right. And then to the left. And bring that head back to center. Drop our right ear towards our right shoulder. Relax that arm, left arm. And then bring that center and let's take it to the other side. And maybe relaxing that right arm. Good. And then bring that back to center. Drop that chin to chest. Oh yeah, keep our shoulders away from our ears. And let's do some half neck circles here. So keep taking this from side to side, half neck circles. I need to fix that on my really quick. So keep up with those neck circles. And then bringing that back to center. Oh, yes. Good. Let's go ahead and shake our arms out a little bit. And let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up. So nice deep inhale. And exhale and press it down. And again, inhale and lift it up. And exhale and press it down. And inhale and lift it up. This time as we exhale, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of a twist. So left hand to right thigh, little twist. Inhale, lift up. Right hand to left thigh, little twist. And we're going to do this a few times on each side. Inhale and lift this up. And twisting to the right as we do that exhale. Inhale and lift it up. And twisting to the left. Inhale and lift it up. And twisting to the right. And inhale and lift it up. And twisting to the left. Good. Inhale and sweep it up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and clasp our hands behind us. So either clasping those hands, or if your shoulders are tight or chest is tight, then and you have a strap close, you can do that. Or if you have a towel, you can hold on to that. So again, working with where your body is letting you go today. Ooh, lengthening through that. Let's go and drop that chin to chest. Lift that head to center, look to the right, and look to the left. Head back to center. Let's bend at our elbows. Take our hands over to that right waist, and then squeeze that elbow back. Thinking about that elbow, trying to align with the spine. So bringing that back so that you get that really good shoulder opener and pec, that chest stretch there. Oh, And then let's go ahead and switch sides and elbow goes back. Shake that out. Inhale and sweep that up. And let's go ahead and drop right hand down. Reach over with the left. Oh, that feels very good. Trying to keep our left glute, our left hip down on the floor. And inhale, lift. As we exhale, let's go ahead and drop down, reach over the other side. Oh, and keep that right hip, right glute down. And inhale, lift. As we exhale, let's clasp those hands behind us again. So opening that up. Oh, yeah, open that chest. Very nice. Drop that chin to chest. Lift that head to center, look to the left. And look to the right. And bring that head back to center, back to neutral. Let's bend at our elbows, hands over to that left waist and squeeze that back. I was panicking this morning. I thought it was the heat kicked on, but all of a sudden all this cold air was coming out and I was like, oh no, something's wrong with the heater. So I turned everything off and then turned it back on and it's the heat again. I was like, please, please, no. Good, let's switch sides and take that elbow back. I'm not sure why it was kicking out cold air, but it's back. And then release that. Good, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. Let's go ahead and drop that to the right again and reach this over. This time, think about twisting open like we do when we do a triangle pose. So we're going to think about twisting open our chest, our rib cage. Ooh, and that's it. You can get that really good stretch on those inner thighs, hips. Let's inhale and sweep. Take it to the other side. Drop that down. Reach and same thing this side. Think about twisting open, and this side doesn't want to twist open like the other side. But listening to that body and breathing, using that breath. And let's inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's go ahead and drop our left hand to that right thigh. Right hand is going to follow our spine down, and let's add in a deeper twist now. So deeply twisting, that feels very good to the right. Breathing. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep. And let's go ahead and drop our right hand to our left thigh. Left hand follows that spine down and twisting deeply to the other side. The neighbors across the street, they keep adding more blow up things. There's another blow up. Oh my goodness. A blow up tree. And then I think there was like a big blow up Grinch or something. Good, bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it down. And inhale and sweep it up. And exhale it down. Good, roll those shoulders back and roll that forward. Very nice. If you're sitting on something, you can move that out of the way because we're gonna get into our lower body, our hip flexors. So we're gonna lean it back, take our feet wide, and get into our windshield wipers. So you can take your feet as wide as your hips, or you can go wider, just depending on what feels best for you today. And take this from side to side. Waking up those hips, waking up those hip flexors, those hip joints. So good. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. We've got that zigzag, nice zigzag. Sit ourselves up tall, so sit up that torso tall. Twist to the left first, so a tall twist to the left. Then we get to do our big deep twist to the right. So then go ahead and deeply twist, oh, to the right. Looking over that shoulder that's available to you. That hip glute is maybe lifting up off the ground. And breathing deeply here. And let's bring this to center and let's take it for 4 quick to the side. So take it for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. As we're in the center, go ahead and hinge forward. So just taking our hands, if it's available to you, placing them on the floor. If you need some height here, you can feel free to grab a block and put your hands there. But we're going to try and keep both of our glutes down. Although the right one might be easier than the left. My left glute is kind of lifting up off the ground, but we're just hinging here. So it's just a hinge. That spine is straight, chest is open. We're not rounding. We're trying just to hinge here. To get that, it's a minute little stretch right there in those hips, hip joints, and in that back, in that spine. Mid back, upper back, low back. Good. Now we can lean it back. Oh, that feels good. Okay, and now let's go windshield wipers. So, or regular windshield wipers, taking it from side to side. And windshield wipers, we need them today because it's rainy outside. It's so dark. Good, let's go ahead and bring that left leg in that nice zigzag, sit it up tall, twisting to the right first, so a tall twist to the right. And then big twist to the left. It's kind of nice to have weather around Christmas time. Even if it's just rain, it gives it a little more cozy feeling. Looking over that left shoulder and breathing deeply here. But I also like it when it's sunny too. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And let's bring this back to center and let's go quick for 4. Take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. Let's go ahead and hinge this one here too. So yeah. Oh, wow. This side is different than the other side. And you might need to, like, I think for this side, I might need that height because it's not hinging as easily as that other side. But remembering to use that breath. Trying to keep that chest open, keep that spine nice and long, trying to hinge right there at those hips so that the glutes, again, same thing this side, this right glute isn't lifting or isn't glued to the floor. Like I wish it was, but that's okay. And then let's go ahead and release that. We can lean it back. Let's bring both of our feet together so that we're in a nice butterfly and sit this up tall. And we'll get that wonderful inner thigh stretch right here, this wonderful butterfly pose. Let's breathe it deeply. Inhale. And exhale it. And again, inhale deep. And exhale it. Great. Good. Let's go ahead and take our legs nice and long. Let's keep a bend in our knee and lengthen up through our arms. So we got our knees bent, feet flexed, reach up through those arms, and let's go ahead and hinge this forward, lengthen through our spine here. So reaching, lengthening spine. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift. Exhale and hinge. Inhale and lift. Now we're not going to hinge forward. As we exhale, just release our arms down. So now we are in a nice boat pose. So we've got those knees bent. You might want to bend them a little bit more. You can scoot yourself forward a little bit more. Roll our shoulders back. Hold this boat pose here. Let's hold it for 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And again, inhale deep. And exhale it out. And one more time, inhale deep. And exhale it out. Good. Simple cross leg. Sit that up and a nice hinge forward. And again, with that hinge, we are leading with the chest, trying not to round our shoulders. Trying to get that. Oh, very good stretch right there. Those hip flexors. Nice hip hinge. Good. Let's go ahead and release it back. Now let's find a staff pose. So let's straighten through our legs, flex through our feet, reach up through our fingertips. We've got that nice capital L right here. 3 breaths. Inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And again, inhale deeply and exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's bring our arms behind us. Let's lean ourselves back. We've got our legs nice and straight, so we might as well just point our toes and take ourselves up into a nice reverse plank, lifting that pelvis up. So lifting up, toes are pointed. Very good. Nice and neutral neck. You can either be looking forward, looking up at the sky, just trying not to crunch that head back. Just keeping that right there. Really good strengthening for the whole body here. I know this one can be tough. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, drop that pelvis down. And let's go ahead and bend our knees and just, you can now round your back and lean yourself forward. And just get a good stretch right here. Almost even a hug. Good. Let's lengthen through those legs again. Take our hands behind us again. But now let's go ahead and bend our knees and let's take ourselves into a reverse table. I think this is one of my favorites lately. Is this, oh, because it feels so good on the wrists. Lift that pelvis up. Such a good wrist stretch. Yes. And very strong. This is a very strong pose. Breathing deeply here. And exhaling it out. And inhaling it deeply. And exhaling it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhaling it out. Good. Let's go ahead and drop that pelvis down. Lengthen through our legs. Let's bring our right leg in. This nice half jackknife. Bring that leg in, and then let's go ahead and take our leg over the left. So right leg over left. Let's flex through that right foot. Wrap our left arm around that right leg. Oh, and enjoy that just full on stretch right there as we twist to the right and breathe. I love it how every time, well, not every time, but a lot of, almost every day is different and you can feel it in different places, which is good. And let's go ahead and twist to the other side. So twisting towards the inside, twisting to the left, and breathe. It's nice, even though it would be easier if everything were the same, if everything was static. It's good that it's not. Good, bring this back to center. Let's take the bottom of the foot to the inside of that thigh. Peace fingers, let's reach them either for that toe or for the shin. And let's go ahead and stretch here. Good, sit this up tall, but keep our foot where it's at. And take our left hand to that thigh and get a little spinal twist here. Another spinal twist. Lots of twisting today. Very good. Not forgetting to breathe while we're in those twists. That's very good too. Good, bring ourselves back to center and lengthen back through the legs. Let's bring that left leg in, give that a nice big hug. And then let's go ahead and take our left over right. Wrap that around and let's twist it. Oh, to the left. And breathe. It also reminds us the little aches and pains or the tightness that we're still alive. We're still here. Breathing. Good, let's take it towards the inside. To the right. And bring this back to center. And let's take that foot to the inside. So bottom of the foot to the inside of the thigh, peace fingers, or the toe, or the shin, the hand to the shin, and stretch that. Good, and then let's go ahead and take that right hand to that left thigh, and let's get another twist over to this left side and breathe. And then release that. Very nice. Let's take ourselves onto our backs, do a little bit of bridge work to keep warming up that spine, start strengthening it. Let's grab that block, take that block between those knees so that we can engage our inner thighs the whole time. Get a lot of stuff done here by engaging those thighs. We've got our feet lined up with our knees are lined up with our hips, and that block helps a lot with that alignment because we have to keep that there. Let's press through our hands, our elbows, and our triceps, and let's lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then slowly lower the pelvis down towards the floor. As we're taking that down, remember to think about imprinting that spine into your mat or into the floor. So one vertebrae at a time. And then go ahead and lift that pelvis up. And then imprint each vertebrae until your pelvis gets down to the floor. Good. We're going to add that breath. So let's inhale and lift the pelvis up. And as we exhale, we slowly drop that down. Pelvis is imprinting right there. And let's inhale and lift. And exhale, slowly lower that down. And inhale and lift. And exhale, slowly lower that down. Still squeezing that block. We've got our pelvis down on the floor now. Let's go ahead and lift those legs up. Fingertips just barely touching behind our head, behind our ears. Let's do a crunch here. So we've got everything crunched together. Lower that upper body and then go ahead and lower those toes, but imagining that you're just dipping your toes into a pool, and then you're going to lift those toes back up, and then the upper body is going to come back to a crunch. Let's take that upper body down, dip those toes back into the pool. Now the challenge there when you're dipping, go ahead and bring your legs back up and then crunch that upper body. The challenge, lowering that upper body and then dipping those toes. The challenge on dipping the toes is trying not to let that low back lift. And then crunch that up. So bringing upper body down, dipping those toes, lifting that up and crunching that up. Let's do one more. Release that upper body, dip those toes, lift that up and crunch that up. And then go ahead and release that upper body. And we can release those feet back to the floor. We've still got that block in between those thighs. Let's lift our pelvis back up into a bridge. Let's go ahead and hold this in a static bridge. Take our shoulders underneath us and we'll hold our bridge here for 4 deep breaths. Inhaling it deeply and exhaling it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good, slowly dropping that pelvis down. And release. We can release that block. Drop our knees over to the side. Take ourselves onto our side. And then press ourselves up onto all fours. So we've got our shoulders over our wrists. Face this way, yes. Shoulders over our wrists and hips are over our knees. So let's go ahead and drop our belly to the floor. Take our eyes to the sky and hold this one here. So we're going to hold this cow and just enjoy that nice back stretch right here. As our eyes are lifting, belly is falling towards the floor. And then we're going to slowly rise it up into a cat. So let's round that spine, take our chin to chest, and enjoy this cat. I like when I'm in my cat, I like to rock a little bit from side to side or front to back because it feels good on those wrists. And it feels good on the traps and on those back muscles, those lats. Good, let's do a few rounds of cat and cow here. So let's drop that belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop the belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop the belly, inhale. Round the spine, exhale. Drop the belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Good, let's flatten through that back. Let's go into our balance, our first balance, our bird dog. So let's go ahead and lengthen up through our right leg and lengthen through that left arm. So we've got that nice balance here, nice bird dog balance. And let's take elbow to knee. Let's go for 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. 3 and reach. It's 2 and reach. And last one. Let's reach and hold. Hold it here. Inhale deep. And exhale it out. Release the arm and release the leg. Very nice. Child's pose. Let's take it in that first child's pose of the practice today. Glutes going back towards our heels. Let's lengthen through those arms. And breathe. Let's bring ourselves back up onto all fours again. Cat and cow again. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Bring that back flat. Flat and neutral. And let's take it to the other side. So let's go ahead and lift our left leg up and lengthen through our right arm. So we've got that bird dog holding here. Nice balance. Elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. Here's 4 and reach. Here's 3 and reach. Here's 2 and reach. And last one, reach and hold. And release that arm. Release that leg. Very nice. Take ourselves back into that child's pose again. Glutes go back towards the heels. Lengthen through arms, through shoulders, through back. And breathe. Good. Look at our hands. Walk our hands, both of our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand, place it right on top of that right hand. And that left glute is going towards that left heel. And then let's go ahead and walk that the other way. So taking our right hand right on top of that left, and that right glute is going towards that right heel. My right side is tight. This is a good one. Breathe it. Very good. Bring this back to center. And let's bring ourselves up. Good. Place your blocks where you want them for our sun salutations, because that's where we're going. Next, let me fix my map a little bit. There we go. That's good. So let's find ourselves in our downward facing dog. Curl our toes under, keep our knees bent. Let's lift our tails to the ceiling as we keep those knees bent so we can stretch through our spine first. Ooh. Then have that nice inverted head. Our head is lower than our heart. Love it. And then let's begin to pedal those feet, heels pedaling down towards the floor so that we get good stretching through those calves, hamstrings, legs, and breathe. Dropping both those heels down, relax that head, relax that face, lifting up on our toes. Let's go and drop both of our heels over to one side. And lift up on those toes, drop heels over to the other side. And lift up on those toes. Let's go ahead and walk our feet to meet our hands at the front edge of our mat. And we can ragdoll it once we get there. So allowing our arms just to dangle, planting our feet, planting our big toe, little toe heel. Allow that to plant. Arms are dangling. We're folded in half right here. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, making a frame for that head. So now the upper body's even heavier. And you might, ooh, this one is getting a really good stretch for my legs today. A lot of times I feel this more in my spine, but today, feeling it in my legs. Very nice. Breathe. And go ahead and release those arms. You can grab your blocks if you are using blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through our spine, nice flat back, tabletop. And exhale, release. Our head has been low, so keep that in mind. We're going to take it up nice and slow all the way. Inhale and sweep this up. Good. And then let's cactus those arms. Exhale. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Nice flat back. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Cactus those arms back. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into our first nice big lunge here. Left hand is going to stay on the block or on the floor or on a chair. So whatever height is working for you, whatever you need. We've got ourselves in our nice lunge, nice big lunge, and let's spinal twist it open to the right and breathe. This wonderful spinal twist. Very good. Bring this hand back down. Move that block, take our foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong top of plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take our hearts down, lift our hearts up, baby cobra. Oh. Enjoy that cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog. Very nice. Let's walk both of our feet to meet our hands. until we are in that standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Once again. Inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale and round a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back into lunge. Right hand, floor, block, or chair, whatever you are using. We've got ourselves in our nice tall lunge. And let's go ahead and twist this open to the left and breathe. And then release this, bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Enjoying the head being lower than the heart, enjoying that inversion. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands and go into our sun salutations once again, each side. Let's go ahead and inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale and around a chair. Inhale and lift it up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward. Left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand on floor or block or chair. Spinal twist open to the right. Once again, good, and breathe. Now, take that foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. Shift that weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes, take our hearts down, lift our hearts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press, downward facing dog, and breathe. And as always, when you've got this inversion going on, you can nod your head or shake your head. That always feels good on the neck. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward, fold. Inhale, lengthen through that spine. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale around a chair. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back. Right hand on floor or block. Twist open. Breathe. And bring this to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot. Into top plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Take the heart down, lift that heart up. Oh. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Good, let's center our weight here in our down dog and let's go into a pigeon. So let's center our weight, lift our right leg up, bend at our right knee and drop our right heel over towards our left glute. So that we get a little bit of a hip opener here. This is one of the ones that I'm like, I need to keep doing this one. This one I need to do a lot. Let's bring that knee back to center and let's go ahead and sweep this leg through and take it into pigeon. So this is our full pigeon. If you need support underneath that glute, then go ahead and do that. Feel free to use that pillow or blanket, whatever you need, or even if your hip is super high, you can also use your block underneath you. But you can be on your hands, you can be on your elbows, or you can be folded all the way forward. And don't forget to use your breath. The breath will help so much here through that expansion and contraction. It'll help to smooth and release. Smooth out the tension, release the tension. And let's go ahead and press ourselves up. Now, if you've got something between your glute and the floor, go ahead and move that because we're going to bring our back leg around and take it into a pretzel. Yeah, you didn't know we were going into pretzel, did you? So we're going to take that leg around, bring that around into that nice pretzel. And then let's go ahead. And you're going to have hands to heart or hands on leg, whatever is working for you, but trying, especially if those hips are tight, trying to work on smoothing that out with your breath. So then let's go ahead and take this top leg, take our left leg back behind us, and then let's press ourselves back up into that downward facing dog. And relax that, maybe nodding that head or shaking that head. We're going to take it to pigeon on the other side. So centering our weight, let's lift our other leg, left leg, bend at that knee, and drop that heel towards the glute. Bring that knee back to center, and let's go ahead and sweep this through. Pigeon on this other side. Again, using support if you need it. And you're either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way down, and breathe. And let's press ourselves halfway up. Let's bring this back leg around. Pull into pretzel on this other side. Oh, goodness. Wow. And hands to heart. This is when I know, okay, Mindy, something you're doing in everyday life is off, because if you are so tight on one side than on the other, usually I'm kind of equally tight on both sides, but this, like, what did I do yesterday? Breathing deeply. It could also be it. There are many things. It could be the way I'm sleeping too. I'm like, huh. Keep breathing. Using that exhale to release any of that tension. And go ahead and take that top leg, swing that back behind us. Let's press ourselves back up into our downward facing dog. Good, let's walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold at the front edge of our mat. Relax that head. Relax those arms. Let's inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into lunge. Drop our left heel. So let's line up our front heel. So our right heel with our back left arch of our foot. And then bring ourselves up into our warrior one. Oh yeah, nice and strong warrior one. Strongly planted. Let's open this up into proud warrior. Very strong here. From our proud warrior, we're going to take our feet nice and wide. So I'm facing the back, but face whichever way you're facing whichever way. So our toes are pointed forward. Our arms are going to be up. We've got our 5-pointed star because it is Christmas time. So 5-pointed star. Let's do our 5-pointed star into a nice squat. So let's take our toes. Our toes are facing forward. Let's go ahead and take our toes and point them out to protect our knees as we bring ourselves down in our nice squat and lift ourselves up. Let's do 8 of these. Take this down and lift. There's 7. Take this down and lift. There's 6. Take this down and lift. There's 5. Take this down and lift. There's 4. Take it down and lift. There's 3. Take it down and lift. There's 2. Take it down and lift. Actually, let's do one more. So take this down and lift this up. Very nice. And then let's go ahead and bring ourselves back just nicely, easily back into that warrior 2. Very good. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. Good, release our front leg. Let's tilt our hips, take ourselves into a triangle. And hand can be on block or shin. Enjoy this triangle. And bring ourselves back up, bend that front knee. Let's windmill our arms down towards the floor. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into top of plank. Let's go and shift our weight forward. Drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog. And let's walk our feet to meet our hands. And let's do everything we just did on this other side. But that's nice standing forward fold. Inhale and sweep our arms up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Keep our left foot forward, take our right foot back, drop our right heel. Find that warrior 1 alignment. So front heel is lined up with that back foot arch. And let's bring ourselves up. Nice warrior 1. And then let's go and open up into warrior 2, proud warrior. Very good. And then let's go ahead and straighten the leg, both the toes facing forward. And then we can take our toes and face them out. And 5-pointed star. Let's go 8 stars here. So let's take this down and lift. And take this down and lift. And inhale down. And exhale, lift. That's 6. Bring this down. And 5. Bring this down. And 4, taking it down, and 3, taking yourselves down, and 2, and down, and 1. Very good. And then let's go ahead and open this back up into proud warrior, warrior 2. Drop our back arm, take our palm up, peaceful warrior. And breathe. And release that leg. That is slippery today. Release that front leg and take ourselves into our triangle. And breathe. And then bring ourselves back up, bend that front knee, nice proud warrior. And let's windmill our arms down. Take our foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, then press down dog. From our down dog, go ahead and let's drop to our knees, uncurl our toes, and take ourselves into a nice child's pose. But this time, with our arms by our side, palms facing up, elbows drop open, so that we're a nice little turtle here. And breathe. Or yawn. Good, hands by knees. Press ourselves up. Grab what you need for final relaxation. If you've got an eye pillow, you can grab your eye pillow, regular pillow blanket. Let's take ourselves onto our backs for a few moments of relaxation, because you definitely deserve it. Let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, reach through our fingers towards the other end, and imagine that you're adding a couple inches to your height here. So really, really reach through that. Maybe you're able to lift your low back or your rib cage up off of the floor. Get some nice expansion here, some lengthening. Let's inhale deeply. As we exhale, let's sink and settle. Let those feet fall open. Arms are open. Heart is open to the sky. If you've got that eye pillow over your eyes, enjoy that heaviness and that darkness, the heaviness of the eye pillow. And allow yourself a few moments to just begin to slow everything into quiet. Nice and slow, let's begin to bend our knees. And tuck that tailbone under, tucking that low back, pressing that into the floor. And let's drop those legs over to one side, taking ourselves onto our side. And a breath or two here. And let's slowly begin to press ourselves up. Coming into a seated position that feels most supportive, strongest, most comfortable for you. Whatever that looks like, sitting it up tall, lengthening up through that spine. Let's inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our hands to prayer. And then exhale, eyes following our fingers, take our chin to chest. Lift that head center, take fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given the spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Big, deep inhale. And cleansing exhale. And again, big, deep inhale. And big cleansing exhale.